Hello you guys, welcome to this month's music lesson. We are going to be starting out a new journey with the three sharps, the scales with three sharps. So on one side of the equation, you know what, let's draw a little picture. We're going to draw a circle, right? This is the scales with three sharps. On one side we have a light side, and the other side we have the dark side. So you can think of this as the major possibility, and over here we have the minor possibility. Okay, so to figure out what scale has three sharps, we need the order of the sharps, right? So if we need three sharps, Father, Charlie, goes, we're going to take the note that comes right after G sharp in the alphabet, not in this list, but in the alphabet. What comes after G sharp? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It goes back to A again. So that means that we're starting with the A ladder. Okay, starting on something that starts and ends on A. We're gonna put in those three sharps. Father, Charlie, goes. The order of the sharps, my acronym is Father, Charlie, goes down and eats breakfast, right? We can also do it reverse. Let's say that you know that it's A major, but you forget how many sharps there are. You just find the note that's right underneath A, which is G sharp, and that is your last sharp, Father, Charlie, goes. All right, so regardless, memorize this list, the order of the sharps, and you know what? The order of the flats is the reverse of that. So the flats is B, E, A, D, G, C, F, and the flats work a little bit differently than how we're figuring it out with the sharps. But anyway, so we've got A major here. Now to find the relative minor, right, to find this dark side, we always take the sixth scale degree. So it starts on an F and it has the same key signature. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in F sharp, Father, Charlie, goes. This is called the F sharp natural minor, okay? If we were to tweak the seventh scale degree by raising it a half step, we now have the harmonic minor. So that doesn't mean that you now have four sharps in your key signature. It means that you're going to be running into this accidental in your music. Your key signature will be three sharps, but you're going to always be, running into an E sharp, right? E sharp. And particularly, it's going to emphasize this this interval here, which is now a minor third, 1.5 steps. D to E is a whole step, but an extra half step, 1.5 steps. It's very unusual sounding. The harmonic minor is my favorite minor scale. Okay, and then the last potential option for the minor is called the F sharp melodic minor. And that's interesting because on the way up the scale, you're going to raise your 6th and 7th scale degrees on the way up. You're going to raise them. But on the way down your scale, so when you come down, you're gonna lower them. So it's gonna be the natural minor. So it'll be what's in green originally. So for example, on the way back down, you'd have E natural, and on the way down, you'd have D natural. So the melodic minor is a little bit confusing. So just to recap really quickly, A major has three sharps. Its relative minor is taken from the 6th scale degree. That's how we always find the relative minor, whatever major scale you're dealing with. Just take the 6th scale degree. It has the exact same key signature. Just start and end on that scale degree and plug in the original key signature, which was three sharps. That's called the natural minor. The harmonic minor always raises the 7th scale degree a half step on the way up and on the way down. And it's very unusual sounding because it's 1.5 steps. The melodic minor is what we typically run into in classical music. We raise the 6th and 7th on the way up, and then we lower them on the way down, so it's the natural minor on the way back down. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and hear them. I'll just put my lids back on so they don't run out. I've got my drone here. And I've also got a major scale. Now to make it sound a little bit more interesting to you, I'm going to be playing 3 notes ahead of my recording. So I'm going to start by playing you an A major scale, but I'm going to start and end on a C sharp. So if you look at what's written in black, I'm starting on a C sharp, I'm going to end on a C sharp. So I'm going to always be 3 notes ahead of my recording. And that's called playing in thirds. And it's a very beautiful way to to harmonize. Sorry, I hope I didn't hurt anybody's ears with that. Okay, so that was A major. Now I'm going to switch over to F sharp natural minor. So that is everything that is in green here. It has the exact same key signature as A major, nothing is tweaked. I'm just going to start on an F sharp and end on an F sharp. I'm going to play this in fifths, so I'm going to be playing this 5 notes apart from myself. So that means that in this case, if you look at what's in green, I'm going to be starting on a C sharp, which is the 5th scale degree, so same thing. Start and end on a C sharp, and in this context, I'll be playing in fifths, and that's a very ancient way of harmonizing, playing in fifths. Very Gregorian chant-ish. Sorry for the sound. I probably should have made that a little bit louder. Make it a little bit louder this time. Okay, the next one up is the harmonic minor. So I'm going to start and end on an F sharp for the recording, right? But it's going to have that blue E sharp there on the way up and on the way down. So you're going to hear a minor third. This is my favorite minor scale. It's very cool sounding. To emphasize the harmony, I'm going to play it in thirds. Okay? So I'm going to have an E sharp this time. Here's the E sharp. So that is the harmonic minor. It's kind of got a little more salt on it, right? It's got a little more taste, more colors. So let's listen to the very last one, which is going to be the melodic minor. And this one I'm going to just play right along with the recording so that you can see me raise the scale degrees and lower them on the way down. So I'm just going to be doubling everything that I do. And that's also an ancient way of harmonizing, just playing the exact same thing that the other person is playing. So F sharp melodic minor. Here we go. D sharp, E sharp, your scales, it's also an opportunity for you to artistically connect with the vibe, the emotion, the sound behind them. So that's why I have these recordings for you to play along with. This was just our little lesson talking about the scales with 3 sharps, the major, the minor, and the 3 different kinds of minor scales. Take a little time to imagine if a person walked into the room and had that vibe of the scale. What would they kind of feel like? What kind of person would they be? Maybe what they would look like. Would they be male? Would they be female? Would they be old? Would they be young? It could also be a location that it reminds you of, a color that it reminds you of, a feeling it reminds you of, especially if you can connect with a feeling or emotion, because music does affect us emotionally. And try playing along with the recording, right along with it like I did at the last with the melodic minor, just doubling it. You can also try playing it in thirds, where you hear the harmony in thirds. You can also play it in fifths. That's a very ancient way of harmonizing, very strong way of harmonizing. You can also try it starting on any scale degree, really, and hear the harmonies of what that sounds like, to play it in sevenths, for example, or play it in seconds, for example. So enjoy this fabulous key. It's one of my favorites. I like this one. And I will see you very soon. Happy practicing.